Brazil's former president says Bolsonaro is ideologically guided by a flat earther. There's stupidity at a high level governing our country.
Here's a summary of the article.
The former president of Brazil, Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, has accused the incumbent leader Jair Bolsonaro of stupidity and says he has trashed his country's reputation. Silva said, "Many times you hear him speaking and you notice he doesn't know what he's talking about. They are deforesting as if Brazil and the world didn't lack forests. It's an old argument. The people who are setting the Amazon on fire used to do the same in the past. People seem to think that to preserve the forest, to tackle global warming, is foolish. There is stupidity at a high level governing our country today." The former left-wing leader reflected that in the past Brazil was a major global player with a privileged relationship with major countries, but that has changed under Bolsonaro's far-right policies. Silva reflected how his country was once highly respected and that no one discussed environmental preservation without talking to Brazil. When asked what kind of relations Brazil has with other countries now, Silva replied, he has no relationships. Because Bolsonaro is ideologically guided by someone that doesn't believe the world is round. He thinks the planet is flat, the relationship of a country with another, the relationship between states. You can't offend people as Trump does or as Bolsonaro does. You do it based on dialogue, Silva said. On Wednesday, Bolsonaro accused the West of trying to buy Brazil's sovereignty after the G7 offered $20 million to help fight the fires.
This post received a score of 39,268, with an upvote ratio of 88%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Being a flat earther is almost irrelevant compared to the amount of bullshit this self-proclaimed philosopher whom Bolsonaro idolizes says on a regular basis. It's called the São Paulo Forum, Sex Ed. For all the folks asking for sources and more material, I'm really not too keen on falling down that rabbit hole again and linking them.
And guess who just loves to hang out with Olavo de Carvalho? Yes, Steve Bannon. Edit, some people asked for source. So, Bannon visited Olavo more than once at his residence in Richmond, and a few months ago he even had dinner with Bolsonaro and Olavo in Washington.
I'm convinced his job is to go to countries on behalf of Putin, find the absolute non-homeless, batshit insane fuckers possible and put them in power.
The man they are talking about doesn't even live in Brazil. He lives in the US. But he's Brazilian though.
He means Steve Bannon.
The US president thinks that the human body has a finite amount of energy and that exercise is misguided because it uses up that energy. That's as stupidly primitive as any flat earth theory.
And that windmills cause cancer. I stand corrected. Windmills, not wind turbines. Thanks.
And if there's a roundabout nearby, all those cars going around in circles all the time? That causes tornadoes. Tornadoes. Vortex. Look it up, you'll see there has been a great increase in tornado activity since they's been implemented and now we have roundabout turbine tornado cancer. See what y'all done?
Holy shit, Britain is fucked with all our roundabouts. No, because you drive on the left, your roundabouts are clockwise, which, on the northern hemisphere, is the opposite direction of tornadoes. Your roundabouts are an important device in counteracting climate change.
Actually, this causes time to speed up, which is very bad. Look it up. Big Ben is going faster and that's also bad. Indeed, it's gotten so bad that they just asked the Queen to stop time in Westminster for 4 weeks while the world catches up with the clock.
The ceremony includes Her Majesty shimmying up Elizabeth Tower and placing a precise amount of Victorian coins on a balance to slow down the clock for Big Ben, thus slowing time for all of the UK. She then zip wires onto Parliament Square.
Don't tease me. I want that to happen.
Similar ceremonial procedures were deployed for the 2012 Olympics opening ceremony, however the Queen prefers the royal barge for duties of time and relativity.
There's stupidity at a high level governing our country. Lots of that going around lately.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.